The air hung heavy with the scent of regret as Helena traced the origins of her tumultuous journey. The narrative began with her father, a man whose life had been shaped by the shadows of a troubled past. Helena's grandmother, a chain-smoking figure of indifference, had been an absentee mother, leaving her son to fend for himself. The grandfather, a fleeting presence, had abandoned the family, setting the stage for Helena's father to become an outlier, a lost soul in a sea of dysfunction. In the dimly lit living room, Helena overheard snippets of hushed conversations between her parents as a child, the sound of shuffling feet signaling another argument. The weight of her father's mistakes pressed upon her young shoulders, an invisible burden she couldn't comprehend. The lack of stability in her home became the backdrop to her formative years, planting the seeds of resilience that would later define her. One evening, as the rain beat against the windows, Helena's mother, a soft-spoken woman with a heart full of hope, sat her down for a heartfelt conversation. The warmth of the living room lamp created a cocoon of intimacy as her mother spoke. "Helena, your father has made mistakes, but people can change. We're going to get through this together." The sincerity in her mother's eyes clashed with the storm brewing outside. Helena, only a child at the time, absorbed the emotional weight of her mother's words, determined to believe in the possibility of transformation. Years passed, marked by the ebb and flow of chaos. Helena's father, ensnared in the clutches of drugs and crime, found himself entangled in a web of his own making. The sting of prison walls became a harsh reality, casting a long shadow over Helena's adolescence. The cycle of despair reached a crescendo when her father returned, seemingly reformed, but ultimately worse. In the faded light of the kitchen, Helena's father, a looming figure, would unleash his fury upon her and her mother. The echoes of their arguments reverberated through the walls, creating an atmosphere of tension that clung to Helena like a second skin. Yet, amidst the darkness, her mother's voice remained a steady whisper of encouragement. "What's stronger than this, Helena? We can break free." As Helena stood at the threshold of her teenage years, the roots of her resilience ran deep. The choice to confront her father's demons or succumb to the shadows became a defining moment. The dialogue between her past and her future unfolded in the quiet moments when Helena stared into the mirror, seeking the strength to carve a path beyond the roots of adversity. Helena's childhood unfolded against the backdrop of her mother's unwavering love, a beacon in the storm of her father's tumultuous existence. As they embarked on a journey to escape the clutches of a troubled past, Helena's mother, a woman of quiet strength, became a central figure in the narrative. In the modest apartment they now called home, Helena's mother worked tirelessly to create a semblance of normalcy. One evening, while folding laundry, she looked at Helena with a mixture of determination and tenderness, saying, "We may not have much, but we have each other. That's what matters the most." The simplicity of her words held a profound truth that resonated in the small space they now inhabited. As Helena enrolled in a new school, the scars of her father's actions lingered. The facade of her father as a respectable figure in the community overshadowed the reality of the domestic turmoil she had left behind. School became a refuge, and Helena's academic achievements became both a source of pride and a flashpoint for her father's rage. One afternoon, after receiving a particularly harsh tirade for bringing home a report card filled with A's and B's, Helena found solace in the quiet corner of her room. Her mother, sensing the distress, sat beside her, a hand on her shoulder. "Your achievements are something to be proud of, Helena. Don't let anyone take that away from you," she said, offering a lifeline of support. The tension within their home reached its breaking point, leading to Helena's mother making a courageous decision. With a determined glint in her eyes, she declared, "We're leaving, Helena. We deserve better, and you deserve better." In that moment, the decision to break free from the chains of an abusive past took root. As they moved into a new phase of life, Helena's mother juggled multiple jobs to provide for them. Through the hardship, her resilience shone as a guiding light for Helena. The mother-daughter duo forged ahead, leaving behind the specter of abuse that had haunted them for too long. In the kitchen of their new home, surrounded by the comforting aroma of a home-cooked meal, Helena's mother spoke words of empowerment. "We're rebuilding our lives, Helena. You're stronger than you know, and your future is limitless." The echoes of those words reverberated in Helena's heart as she faced the challenges of adolescence with newfound strength, determined to rewrite the narrative of her life. As Helena ventured deeper into adolescence, the shadows of her father's tumultuous past cast a looming darkness over her journey. The echoes of abuse and emotional torment reverberated within the walls of her mind, creating an internal abyss that threatened to consume her. It was during these pivotal years that Helena confronted the abyss and found the strength to escape its clutches. High school became both a sanctuary and a battleground. Helena threw herself into her studies, an escape from the tumultuous emotions that roiled beneath the surface. Yet, the abyss of her father's actions continued to haunt her, manifesting in nightmares that jolted her awake in the dead of night. In the solitude of her room, Helena's mother, sensing the weight of her daughter's burden, gently spoke words of reassurance. "Helena, you're not defined by your father's mistakes. You have the power to shape your own destiny. Don't let the past dictate your future." Her mother's wisdom provided a glimmer of hope amid the darkness, inspiring Helena to seek refuge in her own resilience. The turning point came on a fateful New Year's Eve in 2020. Helena, now 16, found herself caught in the grip of her father's alcohol-fueled rage. The air crackled with tension as he, consumed by his demons, lashed out, physically and emotionally. In a moment of terror, Helena called her mother, her voice trembling with fear. "Mom, I can't do this anymore. Please come get me." The phone call marked the final escape from the abyss that had ensnared her for far too long. As her mother arrived to rescue her, Helena made a silent vow to break free from the chains that bound her to a history of pain. The echoes of her father's violent outburst lingered, but so did the glimmer of newfound freedom. In the car ride away from the chaos, Helena's mother spoke words that echoed with both relief and determination. "We're starting anew, Helena. You're safe now. We're leaving the abyss behind." The aftermath of that night led to Helena being hospitalized for PTSD and depression. The healing process began, guided by therapists who sought to mend the fractures within her soul. Helena's mother, a pillar of strength, supported her through every step of the journey. In the quiet moments of therapy sessions, her mother's voice became a constant reminder that the abyss was behind her. Years went by with no contact with her father. The scars of the past remained, but therapy became the balm that soothed the wounds. Helena's resilience shone through as she discovered the strength to redefine her identity beyond the shadows of abuse. In the final moments, Helena, standing on the precipice of a new beginning, reflected on the choice before her. The abyss no longer defined her, and the journey of escaping its clutches had become a testament to her courage. The question lingered: was it time to let go completely, or would the echoes of the abyss continue to shape her path? As Helena approached adulthood, chapter this story marked a pivotal moment in her journey, a crossroads where the past intersected with the possibility of a future shaped by her newfound strength. The question of whether to reconnect with her father lingered, challenging Helena to confront the complexities of forgiveness, closure, and the boundaries of her resilience. Therapy had become a constant companion, a guide through the labyrinth of emotions that surfaced as Helena grappled with the prospect of facing her father again. Dr. Martinez, the compassionate therapist, posed a question that echoed in the room: "Helena, forgiveness is not about absolving his actions, but about releasing the hold he has on your present. What does forgiveness look like for you?" Helena, in contemplative silence, responded, "I want to be free from the weight of resentment. I want to live my life on my terms." Amidst the cacophony of conflicting emotions, Helena sought the wisdom of her mother. In the living room, bathed in the soft glow of lamplight, Helena posed the question that had weighed on her heart. "Mom, what do you think? Is it time to let him back into our lives?" Her mother, her eyes reflecting the years of resilience, replied, "Forgiveness is a journey, Helena. Take it one step at a time. Your well-being comes first." The crossroads unfolded against the backdrop of a family gathering, a celebration of Helena's achievements and a resilience that had carried them through the storms. Amidst laughter and shared stories, the absence of her father hung like a spectre. Lily, her ever-supportive friend, pulled her aside, whispering, "Helena, whatever you decide, make sure it's for you, not for him. Your happiness matters more than his redemption." The decision to reconnect or maintain distance became a tapestry woven with the threads of Helena's strength, resilience, and the echoes of her past. In a therapy session, Dr. Martinez encouraged her, "You hold the pen to your story, Helena. What ending do you want to write?" The realization that she had the power to shape her narrative resonated within her, a beacon guiding her through the crossroads. As Helena stood at the threshold of her decision, the scars of the past etched into her, she pondered the essence of forgiveness. Was it a gift to her father, or was it a liberating act for herself? The crossroads became a space for introspection, a journey into the depths of her own heart. This story concluded with Helena poised on the brink of a decision, her path uncertain yet filled with the potential for growth and closure. The crossroads, though daunting, became a symbol of Helena's agency, a testament to her resilience and the power she held to shape the next chapter of her life. The epilogue of Helena's journey unfolded with the grace of newfound wings, carrying her beyond the shadows of her past. The scars remained, but they were no longer open wounds. Instead, they became marks of resilience and triumph. Chapter by chapter, Helena had sculpted her narrative, and the epilogue showcased the culmination of her transformative journey. Therapy sessions, once a lifeline, had become a tool for empowerment. In the final chapter, Dr. Martinez sat across from Helena, a smile of accomplishment playing on both their faces. "You've come a long way, Helena. Your story is one of strength and resilience. How does it feel to hold the pen to your own narrative now?" Helena, with a radiant smile, responded, "I feel free, like I can finally breathe without the weight of the past dragging me down." The wings of freedom extended beyond Helena to touch the lives of those around her. In a heart-to-heart conversation with Lily, Helena reflected, "I've learned that forgiveness isn't about forgetting or condoning. It's about reclaiming my power and letting go. I'm not defined by my father's mistakes." Lily, with tears in her eyes, embraced her, saying, "You're an inspiration, Helena. Your wings of freedom inspire us all to soar beyond our pasts." A pivotal moment occurred during a family gathering where Helena's father, having reached out persistently over the years, stood on the periphery. In a moment of vulnerability, he approached Helena. "I know I've hurt you, Helena. I've made mistakes, and I can't change the past. But I want you to know I'm trying to be better." Helena, her wings unfurled, looked him in the eyes and responded, "My forgiveness is not a gift to you. It's my gift to myself. I release the hold you had on me, but our paths remain separate." The wings of freedom also extended to Helena's mother, the unsung hero of her story. In a quiet conversation over tea, Helena expressed her gratitude. "Mom, you gave me the strength to fly when I thought I was grounded forever. I wouldn't be here without you." Her mother, with a soft smile, replied, "You were always meant to soar, Helena. I just helped you find your wings." As the epilogue unfolded, Helena's wings carried her into a future filled with possibility. The echoes of her past no longer defined her. They had become a source of wisdom and strength. Dr. Martinez, witnessing the transformation, shared a final piece of guidance. "Your wings carry the weight of resilience, Helena. Fly with purpose, and remember, the sky is limitless." The epilogue of Helena's story became a testament to the power of healing, forgiveness, and the indomitable spirit within. The wings of freedom had not only lifted Helena beyond the shadows, but had also become a symbol of inspiration for others facing their own journeys of transformation. As the pages of her narrative turned towards an unwritten future, Helena soared, her wings catching the light of a new dawn.